Hi, Doris.
Hi, Terry.
I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you. Likewise.
Yeah, so let's talk. You have had quite the story. You've had quite the experience. Before you decided to make a change in your health, what was going on?
Well, I really didn't think I needed a change. I just did it because I was thinking of others that are very close to me. They say, "Oh, they need a change." So maybe if I start doing something modeling for them, I'll impact their lifestyle in a very different and positive way. And when I started going through that process, I realized, I am the one who needs help.
Yeah. Yeah, your daughter, right? Your daughter had is a type 1, right?
Yes.
And she is the one that you originally was kind of hoping you would be able to get some information about, right? But then when you started doing the program, you realized you had some stuff going on, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so tell me
Yes.
about some of the stuff that you learned that you had going on.
Well,
You said
prior
you
to
weren't you
join,
were fatigued, right? You had some fatigue.
yes, I was fatigued, brain fog. This is something that for years I've been going to my doctor and said, Doctor, it's not normal. I feel like just got up and I'm so tired. My energy level is low. And my doctor will always tell me, well, remember that you are going through menopause, and that is something normal. And I would ask for my lab work. Can you do a check on my hormone level? Oh, you don't need that because you're going through menopause. So of course you're gonna have an uh, unbalanced test. So I was never able to really convince her or have the tools or the language that I needed to for her to agree to it until I started the academy, and I've been learning a lot of how to really make those questions
Yeah, yeah.
and
And
bring
you
that
you
information to the doctor.
yeah, you had fatigue, you had digestion issues,
Forever.
right?
Yes.
That was one of your main complaints. And
Yes.
yeah, so even though you had originally thought, because you're a very much an empathetic, giving, wonderful person, and I think that's partly why we sometimes end up accepting when we don't feel as good because we so care about others that we just kind of lose sight of how we're actually feeling. So I
Yes.
feel like for you, joining the academy was just eye-opening for you because you were able to finally figure out and spend some time on yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a really aha moment, especially after the 5 days that I did of fasting. I said, "Oh my God, I just feel so good," and it was very emotional because that was the first time in, I would say, over 30 years that I finally said, uh, "This is I'm doing something for me now."
Mm.
And all this time, like you said, it's been going on autopilot. Okay, yeah, this is what I need to do for others, thinking of others before me and thinking I'm okay. I don't need any help. Uh, but really not paying attention to myself and what I listening to myself and
Yeah.
really giving myself this gift.
Mm, I like that. Yeah, you have a similar story to, I interviewed, I don't know if you watched Jennifer's, but Jennifer was also like, when we get to the point in our lives where we become so busy and we're being mothers and grandmas and wives and all this other people, we lose sight of it. And Jennifer even said, in her interview, she's like, I didn't realize how bad I felt, like how miserable I felt until she started doing the work that we're doing and she started feeling better. And then she really realized how terrible she was feeling and she was just accepting it. Just kind of like what you're saying, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And it's sad that women have to feel like they can't get any help from anybody else too. Like the doctors just are not, they don't have the time to sit with you. They don't understand nutritional diseases because diabetes is a nutritional disease, and you were a pre-diabetic. Type 2, were you diagnosed
Yes.
with type 2?
Well, no, I was never diagnosed with
Right,
pre-diabetes. My doctor said, well, you're on a borderline. You just need to
right.
work on your diet and work on your exercise. And yes, I was doing all that. And before joining the academy, I thought I'm
Right.
really eating very good.
Right. And then we found out that you were
But
pre-diabetic.
now, yes,
And
my
that's,
A1C was like an aha moment. So, wow, what happened 6 months before? It was not this number, and now it's this number. So
yeah. Yeah, and
yes,
you're one of those women, one of those people that just wants to learn. Like you're kind of like me in that we're just constant students. We just want to learn. And you're a doer. And I think too, when you just made the decision that you were going to do this for you instead of somebody else, you were able to grasp on to the concepts and apply them, and you've gotten amazing results. Another
yes,
thing, a complaint that you had was you just wanted to lose weight. You said you couldn't lose
yes.
weight, right?
I couldn't lose weight, but then I let it go. I said, okay. I just said, oh, fine. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, and it's not too bad. But I really not understanding um, how damaging that can be to our health.
Right.
And it wasn't until learning all what I'm learning from you, it's like being a sponge there. I feel like a preschooler absorbing everything, and sometimes my sponge is so full that
Yeah.
where can I save more information? But I have learned so much. I have learned a lot about especially what to eat, what not to eat, and why, the reason why that is important. Not just because it's the 12 bad foods, but why are
Yeah.
those bad foods?
And learning is important. However, what's more important is what? Is getting the result. And
Yes.
you got results. And I want to show everybody, because you didn't have a lot of weight to lose. I mean, your main complaints were you wanted to lose weight, your digestion was not good, and your fatigue. And then you also said you wanted to improve your eyes. I don't know if you remember, but I asked you guys at the beginning of every launch, or at the beginning of your program, I ask you about your 3 top goals, and this is what you put. And look at what you've done in just 3 months.
Wow.
14 and a
Yes.
half
Yes,
pounds, 11 and a half inches, and you're off 1 medication. That's amazing.
it
When you look at
is.
that, how do you feel?
Well, I kind of had an idea of how many pounds I had lost, but I didn't know how many inches until today. So that's that's really good.
Isn't
11
that
and a half.
good?
No wonder my clothes feel so loose.
Yeah, you're
It's
down
like
like,
a new clothes.
yeah, you're down a couple sizes, and your digestion is so much better. And
It
I
is.
always tell people in the academy, when you come to the academy with kind of like a pile of different symptoms, right? You have more than one thing. You have like all this pile. Your body has to heal, and it kind of picks and chooses what it does first, right? We don't have the choice about how our body heals, right? And you had some pretty bad digestion, some pretty bad gut issues, and it has improved so much. And we still have some work to do, but can you imagine if you wouldn't have done this and learned how to heal it, how much worse it would continue getting?
Oh yeah, I cannot even imagine. I would have kept on going back to my doctors, and they would have just continued uh, asking me to take more medication or do this and that, and it's still not taking care of the main root of the problem. It's just putting like you said, putting a bandage on the issues that I was having. And yes, my digestive system, Terry, I'm telling you, it's like 30 years because I go back to that time. And I had forgotten, that's the word, I have forgotten how it felt to have a normal digestive
Mm,
system.
right. Right.
And you never know until you don't have it. I said, wow.
Right.
It's
Right.
it's
Because
amazing.
we think because two reasons. One is we aren't getting any help. Our doctors, they just don't ever seem to know how to heal. They know how to treat, and that's frustrating. I mean, there are some good medical doctors out
Mhm.
there that take the time with you, but most don't because they are too busy and they just don't know, they don't know how. And two is we just accept it because we end up giving up
Yes.
because we don't know what else to do. Nobody seems to have answers, and then we just kind of accept not feeling good and we think, oh well, it's a part of aging or it's a part of this. And that is just makes my heart so unhappy. Makes my It just makes me so sad.
Yes.
And every story, every woman that comes in your to camp and we talk about this, everybody has the same story where they're just not getting help. They're frustrated, they don't know what to do, and they keep getting worse and worse and worse. And and then they just feel inspired and empowered once, like you, they learn this and they start getting results and they start feeling better. It's almost like they just can't even believe it because they've been struggling for so long.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And it's like you said, it's like you think about that they are the experts. So what they're telling me is what I should be doing. But it's like power is knowledge. I mean, the other way. Knowledge, what is it? How is it? Knowledge is power,
Yep.
right? Knowledge is power. And something that it has changed on me is giving me the language, giving me the why when I request something from my doctor. And recently, just not taking an answer for the first time. Her answers, okay, just I know better, so just you do it. You're doing the right thing. But being able to question and to trigger those thoughts so the doctor can say, okay, let's pause and okay, let's try a little bit of what you're saying. Not 100% there yet, but being more open to uh, authorizing or sending an order for having lab work that according to some doctors is not needed.
Yeah. And that's one thing as you know, as a practitioner in the holistic health arena, that's one thing I'm really proud of is being able to offer my clients like yourself the language to be able to go to your MD and have conversations about your situation so that they can be more open to helping you. Because physicians aren't used to their clients getting better. It's sad to say.
Mhm.
They're not used to their clients getting better. They're used to their patients just accepting to take a medication or just coming back and getting worse and worse and worse. So when somebody like you goes to them and says, hey, I really want to try this and this, would you be on my team and would you help me with this? When you can have those kind of conversations with your MD, it opens them up and it helps us. And I love that part of the program that I can help you guys to facilitate some of those conversations because it's important that you do. And a lot of people don't know, they don't know how to question their MDs. They don't know the right questions to ask.
Yes. And that we have choices. I mean,
Yeah.
if one doctor is not meeting my needs, then I have a choice to look for doctors, but not knowing, just knowing what is the criteria, what I'm looking in the doctor can really meet my needs, not only one way. So yes, that's a very powerful tool that you have exposed to, and I thank you for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, apparently you're getting storms in California because your internet's cutting out and we're getting storms here in Florida. So hopefully I'm glad we've had good reception up to this point, but you know, it's starting to get a little choppy. So I want to ask you one more question. What are you most proud of, Doris?
Most proud of being able to complete and follow this protocol, and proud of the results and the way I feel and the way I look, because I feel different in a good sense of the word.
In a good sense of the word. Yeah. I think we got some of that. You're proud of yourself because you were able to stay on and you were able to get the work done and get these amazing results. I'm going to show, we're going to end with showing the screen one more time and just congratulate you on your amazing success, Doris. I'm so proud of you. And I'm just so happy that you're continuing your journey to health because, you know, like I said at the beginning, you didn't have a lot of weight to lose, but you have other things that are a priority for you, which is your digestion and your eyes and just some other inflammation things that we're working on. And you're just continuing to get healthier and healthier. And congratulations, girl. Very happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you.